And we're live! Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma, and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent. And welcome at long last to Freespace 2. Last time we finished Silent Threat Reborn, which I had opinions about. That was a game where choices were made. Sorry, Hardlight, but yeah. And yes, we're finally getting onto the game that really I played the hell out of as a child and was the reason I started doing this whole series again. We started off on here because there's an opening cinematic that I want you all to be able to watch as well, because I don't remember it either. So let me switch to button. There we go. This thing has 15 buttons. You'd think I'd be able to find the right one when I use it all the time. And we click run, and here we go. And ignore the NVIDIA pop-up. God, remember when Interplay were a thing? Are Interplay still a thing? I think they got acquired by somebody. We're going full dramatic cinematic opening credits here. Where we were fighting the Lucifer and then it ran away and I had to chase it down. Oh, good start, good start. Thanks, Throat. No big story set up here, just hey look, cool space combat. And you know, fair. Oh, now story set up? 32 years later, time skip.
32 years have passed since the Great War. The Shivans vanished half a lifetime ago. And now, we live in the mausoleum of history.
That'd be a good club name.
We inherit the legacy of ghosts who haunt these ruins. The elders call us
absolutely power metal, man.
the Lost Generation. I remember stories of a glorious civilization, of cities with spires that reached the sun, of a blue planet with vast seas, of people with myths of humanity everlasting. Of children who saw in the embers of dying stars the destiny of their race. And they hurled themselves into the void of space with no fear. They say our people have no present, only a past filled with horror. And a future they can only dream of.
I'm amazed that has accidentally stayed in orbit. I don't know why.
Now we forge a new alliance to guard the tomb of space and find within its cold expanse the salvation of our race.
That is an extremely large ship that will turn up later. So yeah, sounds like it's been a fun-filled 32 years for everybody. But now here we are. I think there's more of a news bulletin once we actually start, so let's get into it. This is our new command deck. Still not widescreen, which I thought the media pack fixed that, but whatever, I don't actually care. Let's just... Okay, I did turn the sound... Oh yeah, it's got the same sound settings and everything as it did before, because this is running the same engine, just a different mod on it. Okay, I know how software works, honest. She said like a liar. Let's get into it, shall we? This loading screen filled me with nostalgia.
Welcome to Vega, Ensign. I'm Captain Lukakis, squadron leader of the 53rd Hammerheads. You've been assigned to our unit. The Hammerheads are a space superiority squadron. We'll be flying the Myrmidon fighter, developed to replace the old GTF Ulysses. The Myrmidon is a Terran Vasudin design and a versatile ship with high marks for speed, maneuverability, armor, and loadout. The 53rd Hammerheads were formed during the Great War. At the time, we served on board the GTD Bastion, the finest ship in the history of Terran space travel. You may not know this, but the pilots who destroyed the ST Lucifer in 2335 were based on the Bastion, and some were even Hammerheads. With the 53rd, you're part of a long and proud tradition.
Just pause it there. Abby had it muted. That was 32 years, which is how long it's been since the end of the first game, during which time, you know, things have not gone great. And yes, the graphics and voiceover have absolutely improved from the first game. Yeah, so 32-year time skip. We are in a proper alliance with the Vasudans. And that's about it.
When the explosion of the Lucifer collapsed the jump node to the Sol system and severed all contact with Earth, Command transferred the Bastion to the 4th Fleet in Vega. Since then, we've called Vega our home. Now Command has decommissioned the Bastion and reassigned its squadrons to the newer Hecate destroyers.
Hecate.
We'll be joining the GTD Aquitaine, flagship of the 3rd Fleet, Capella. The Aquitaine will be here in 36 hours. In the meantime, it would be advisable to review your training. We have all the simulator modules you'll need for the Myrmidon fighter. These modules will give you a refresher course on such basics as your head-up display, throttle controls, and targeting. If you need to review your training, now would be a good time to do so. Because this is your first combat assignment, you'll be authorized to carry the standard armaments. The Subak HL-7, the Tempest Dumbfire, and the Rockeye heat-seeking missile. These weapons are covered in the training modules and in the tech room database. As you gain experience in combat, you will be authorized to use more advanced weaponry. Good luck, pilot, and welcome again to the 53rd.
There you go. There's our little scene setting. Now, do
Welcome
we want to
to
bother
Training
going through
Simulator
training
Module
again?
TSM-103C, Class C
Any more ominous
qualification
intro
for the
narration about the
Myrmidon
nature of human
Space
hubris?
Superiority
No,
Fighter.
this is...
This
the
module
theme
has been
for the
designed
intro
to
narration
acquaint
this
pilots
time
with
was...
basic
Shut
targeting,
up.
throttle, and weapon systems.
Are you done? The theme for the intro narration this time was basically despair. How the great age of human civilization is gone, or at least lost to us, because we're cut off from Earth, and we now live in the Mausoleum of History, which would be an absolutely metal name for a club. Yeah, so do we want to do training? I mean, it's really the same as before. I don't think there's any new controls. Nah, I'm gonna skip it. I really can't be bothered to sit through another tutorial. Yes, I want to skip this training mission. I love that they give you that option there. For, you know, maniacs like me.
Welcome
now we have
to Training Simulator Module
Advanced targeting, weapon
TSM-103B,
systems,
Class
rearmament
B
procedures.
qualification for the Myrmidon Space Welcome to Training Simulator Module
Dogfighting techniques, I allegedly
TSM-103A,
know
Class
those.
A qualification for the Myrmidon...
Let's just get going. Actual story. Oh, more news.
This is Admiral Petrarch, Commanding Officer of the GTD Aquitaine. For those squadrons joining us here in Vega, welcome aboard.
That's some good
With a complement
voice.
of 150 combat spacecraft, the Aquitaine serves as flagship of the GTVA 3rd Fleet, based in the Capella system. You join an elite crew of 10,000, the finest officers and enlisted personnel serving the Alliance today.
Oh, it's still got pause on.
After 18 months of fighting, Admiral Bosch's Neo-Terran front has become the most significant threat to regional security since the Great War ended 32 years ago. The NTF demands the independence of their systems and the revocation of the Beta Aquila Convention, or BATAC. The BATAC Treaty centralized power in the GTVA as the supreme authority in Terran Vasudan space.
Okay, for one thing, you don't just get to drop... Yes, this convention, which of course is fine, and all it did was establish us as supreme authority over many star systems. And also, looking at his record there...
That is a war crime.
That is a whole bunch of war crimes.
Integral to NTF ideology is Bosch's vision of Neo-Terra. A utopian society where the lost grandeur of Earth will be restored.
I mean, they're fascists.
Bosch and
so
his followers
whatever.
oppose any alliance with the Vasudans as a threat to the future of the human race. The rebels are entrenched in Polaris, Regulus, and Sirius. But before we hit these strongholds, we must secure Epsilon Pegasi, Alpha Centauri, and Deneb. These contested systems are now the focal point of Allied operations. Allied Command has ordered the Aquitaine into the Deneb system. There, we will reinforce the 13 Vasudan battle group, led by the GVD Samtic. Both the NTF and the GTVA have sustained heavy casualties in the battle for Deneb. In the past 72 hours, we have lost the GVC Andromeda, the GTC Trafalgar, and over 15 fighter wings. Command anticipates the arrival of the Aquitaine and the Samtic will shift the battle for Deneb in our favor and force the NTF to withdraw to Sirius.
Yes, we haven't learnt a single thing from the nature of human hubris and the dangers of ruthless colonization, and frankly, did you ever expect we were going to? Have you ever met people?
This is Captain Lukakis, squadron leader of the 53rd Hammerheads. At 0320 hours, the Aquitaine entered the Deneb system. Admiral Petrarch launched fighter and bomber wings as part of an all-out attack against NTF positions throughout the system. He has kept the Hammerheads on standby until now. A situation is developing near the inhabited planet of Cygnus Prime. We have over 100,000 Vasudan refugees fleeing their colonies in transports. Allied ships are rescuing the Vasudans as quickly as possible, though the logistics of this operation leave many refugees still vulnerable to rebel attack. At 0545, we received a distress signal from a refugee convoy 900 clicks, or kilometers, from the outer orbit of Cygnus Prime. The Vasudans responded with a wing of Serapis fighters, designated Epsilon, which have just called in for reinforcements. Alpha Wing, you're going in. Because these transports do not have jump drives, you must protect the convoy until a recovery ship arrives. With all warships engaged and other convoys in dire need of protection, we do not know when a craft will become available. Command will keep you updated and send in reinforcements as needed.
I'm so good at escort missions, y'all. So good. Yes, we have so many stories about the consequences of hubris and colonization, but that's the thing. If we keep doing it, then we'll have more stories. When? Question mark? Oh, and before I forget to mention it, I say because I've already forgotten to mention it several times, this stream will be ending probably 10-15 minutes earlier than usual to give me and all of us time to move from Twitch over to your actual television or wherever you're watching it, because I'm going to be on TV again every night this week, 5 o'clock. What are we flying? We're flying Myrmidons. And we've got, as advertised, Subaks, Rockeyes, which will replace the Max 50, they're a Max 64. And I will just be using those because we know my views on dumbfire missiles. There's also a disruptor if we wanted it, and we don't. It's Freespace 2.
Alpha 2 here. I have a visual on the convoy, 1,500 meters dead ahead. The escort wing is down 2 fighters.
Not anymore, we're here.
Iota Transports. This is Alpha Wing of the 53rd Hammerheads, GTD Aquitaine. We have orders to protect your convoy. What's your status? Over.
Alpha Wing, we have lost 3 transports to the rebel attack. The surviving vessels have sustained moderate damage. We anticipate the rebels will return in greater force.
Hang in there, Iota. Command will send a recovery craft as soon as possible. All right, Alpha. Let's get to work. We must defend these transports until the recovery ship arrives.
And I've not got my weapons double locked. What the hell? The icon.
Sensors picking up incoming hostiles.
Weapon banks
A wing of Herc's closing in.
Ooh.
Alpha 1 and 2 intercept those fighters. We will defend the transports.
Look at me with my 6 guns. And more maneuverability than I'm used to. This thing doesn't handle like a bomber on account of its not. Okay, well that worked.
Reading hostile indicators.
That's some missiles. Let's bring missile catch into the new age. I mean, you suck at it, but you know. They're not aspect seekers, so I get that they are hard to catch, but you could make an effort. God, even running on the same engine, these effects look a hell of a lot nicer.
Reading hostile indicators.
If they're gonna keep just sending in, you know, 2 at a time, then sure, whatever. I like how the ship class has now changed to NTF Hercules rather than GTF, because, like, we're not even going to pretend it's the same model of ship. Just know the fascists have touched it, and now it is a completely different
Reading
thing.
hostile indicators.
It's heavy tracer you've got going on these missiles. I cannot shoot. Good to know. Good to know some things haven't changed. got 2 confirmed kills. That's more than I expected, really, the way I've been playing. They're doing the sun thing again, and it's rude.
We have transmitted your coordinates to the GVD Samtic. The vessel should be exiting subspace momentarily.
These voices.
Command, this is the GVD Samtic. We have arrived at the designated coordinates.
Objective neutralized.
It's true, I have objectively neutralized it.
The NTCV Belisarius, a Deimos-class corvette, has run our blockade of the Sirius jump node. We are now tracking the vessel through subspace. We have vectored its course to your immediate vicinity.
Acknowledged, Command. We will intercept the target.
Cool, and the escort...
Incoming jump signature. It's the Belisarius.
Hello, Belisarius. Belisarius, if you will.
Gunnery control, power up photon beam cannons. Commence plasma core insertion.
Ah, yes, this is just an excuse for us to show off the new beam effects, isn't it? Which, my god, did they hype when they were in the kind of advertising and production of this game. Just like, look, we have beam effects. They're
power down and surrender.
And to be fair, they are.
Negative, Vasudin. The NTF is the only legitimate authority in this system.
Surrender or be destroyed, Belisarius. This is your final warning.
Your posturing insults us both, Vasudin. I will not give up my ship.
As you wish.
You ever just want to shoot fascists with a giant laser cannon?
Gunnery control, open fire.
I know it's because it's been remastered as well,
has been
but
neutralized.
look at those effects. Very pretty. And Jesus, that does a lot of damage. Are we good?
Now deploying
Are we done?
Zeta and Theta. You are relieved of your escort, Alpha Wing.
Mission accomplished, Alpha. Return to base. Well done, pilots.
There we go. One nice, simple introductory mission down. I like the design of this as well.
Good work, pilot. You held off the rebel attack and saved both Vasudin transports from destruction. Your squad mates and I all agree you'll make a fine addition to the 53rd Hammerheads.
Why, thank you.
Command reports that 75% of the refugees have been recovered with few casualties. The remaining 25% are under Allied protection and will be rescued shortly. We've also won major victories against the NTF. The NTD Jacobus and the NTC Hengst have been destroyed, and our blockades of the Alpha Centauri and Sirius jump nodes has isolated the rebel fleet. Furthermore, 600,000 ground troops will soon land on the surface of Cygnus Prime in our effort to retake the planet. Prepare for your next mission, pilot. The battle for Deneb is not over yet.
So I regret to inform you that I've ruined this game forever because I've just started reading NTF as NFT. I mean, also a thing I want to shoot with a giant laser cannon, so...
Command has ordered the 53rd Hammerheads to secure an NTF depot in the Deneb asteroid belt. 6 sentry guns are positioned around the depot, and rebel freighters are now moving the cargo out of the area. The NTF has gone through a lot of trouble to hide these materials. Alpha 1, your mission is to seek and destroy all targets of opportunity, including freighters, cargo, and sentry guns.
Shooting bombs.
Beta Wing will scan the cargo. Recon sighted a wing of Loki's guarding the depot, so prioritize these bandits.
Everyone loves those, right? So much fun.
Do not underestimate the importance of this mission, pilot. A depot raid won't win you any medals, but it can be just as vital as taking down a cruiser or corvette. We must sever rebel supply lines if we want to achieve a decisive victory.
I mean, I wasn't going to complain until you told me not to complain, and now I kind of want to complain. Stop giving me dumbfires. There you go, now I'm complaining.
Okay, Alpha Wing, let's take out the fighters and freighters. Beta will scan the cargo. Watch those sentry guns.
As directives go, I can get behind
Beta
destroy
Wing,
counts.
target cargo units and close in scan. Optimal distance is 150 meters.
And I was too busy making that joke to run to
Alpha 1 and Alpha 3, you target the fighters. Stay focused on those Lokis.
Command, we've got a problem here. We can't scan the cargo.
Run a diagnostic, Beta. Are your sensors malfunctioning?
Negative. There's some kind of shielding on these units. Our sensors can't penetrate.
Acknowledged, Beta. Abort the scan and engage the enemy.
What about a recovery op?
Negative, Beta. Command will not risk recovery in that asteroid belt.
Apparently the sentries are down. Good, good. Triumphal music for something I was totally involved with, honest. Just be dead already. Can't believe we're on mission 2 and I've already found the unkillable fighter. And it's a Loki, of course it's a Loki. Okay, it's a Loki I can target, so I'll take that. Just be dead already! I'm gonna make me use all my missiles on you. There. Thank God. Well, that was a debacle.
Bandits incoming!
And now I'm 6 kilometers or clicks away from the next wing. Great.
We're facing multiple bandits here. That cargo must be vital.
Or it's a trap. Both options very much possible. See how much more efficient they are at taking down bombers, I swear to God.
Deploying support ship now. Please stand by.
You know, why not?
Show us how it's done, sir.
Is that how it's done?
We have secured the depot, Command. All bandits have been neutralized. Alpha and Beta, destroy the cargo unit.
Shoot time!
Hold on, Alpha. Long-range sensors are picking up another hostile target 3 kilometers from your position.
Okay, well, while you talk that over, I'm shooting boxes, alright?
We're detecting a faint EM signature from one of the asteroids. Transmitting coordinates now.
I'm still not getting a clear reading. There's too much interference. I need to rearm.
There should be a flashing red blip on the radar screen of your HUD. Maneuver your fighter until this blip is centered in the radar.
Yes, we now
this will point you in the right direction.
It's a large asteroid, Command, with some kind of structure built into the surface.
Let's take a closer look. Proceed with caution, pilots.
Bonus objective complete. Hey. Above and also beyond. Oh yeah, that is a structure built into an asteroid. That's what we're looking at there. How close to this do we have to get to see what it clearly is, which is a building in an asteroid, which we've already said.
Command, the target has turrets and a fighter bay. It must be a rebel installation.
We're scrambling bomber wings now. Destroy that base, pilots.
Seems unlikely, but we'll give it a go.
Delta Wing now in position. Command, I'm picking up incoming hostiles.
Engage and destroy those fighters. We need to clear a path for Delta Wing.
Alright, I'll take out the Lokis. We know we're used on Lokis.
This is Admiral Bosch of the Neo-Terran Front. Allied fighters, break off your attack.
Command, the rebel leader is on that base.
Disregard that transmission, Alpha. Admiral Bosch is in the Polaris system. This must be a decoy.
Because, you know, recorded media exists.
If you destroy this installation, you sign the death warrant of our race. I demand unfettered access to the Sirius jump node.
There will be no negotiations, Bosch.
Listen to me. If my safety is guaranteed, I'll withdraw my forces from the net.
Pilots, destroy that installation. You have your orders.
And gladly, because, as ever, anybody who says that something is a threat to the existence of our race, then they deserve everything that's coming to them.
Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration.
God, that right there is a voice of
the asteroid is breaking apart, Command.
There you go. Somebody in the anti-aff knows how to play missile catch.
That's not an installation. Disable the engines of that warship. Do not let them escape.
There's no time, Command. The vessel is powering up its subspace drive. All hostile fighters have been neutralized, Command.
There it goes.
Bosch and his warship have jumped. This mission is over, Alpha. Return to base.
You're treating this like we're about to get a failed state, but I don't think we are, because I don't think that was actually possible. And we did the bonus objective. I shot so many boxes. I shot them so good.
Command has issued no official explanation for Admiral Bosch's presence in the Deneb system.
Again,
the hidden base and the shielded cargo units only compound the mystery of the Admiral's agenda. Under the circumstances, there was nothing you could have done to stop the escape of Bosch's command frigate, designated the NTF Iceni. Intelligence has also learned the Neo-Terran Front is working on a secret project known only as ETAC, possibly a weapon of mass destruction. By destroying all cargo units in the depot, we disrupted Bosch's research.
Hey, I guess. Oh. Also, if I seem a little sleepier than usual, it's just because I had a quiz at 10 AM for some reason. So I am. I love ETAP. Gotta be my favourite vocational qualifications.
Intelligence has tracked Admiral Bosch's command frigate, the NTF Iceni, through subspace. We have vectored its course to the Sirius jump node. The 53rd is being scrambled to seek and destroy the Iceni before it escapes Deneb. We have pre-assigned your loadout, and your fighters are now standing by.
Really?
Report to the flight deck pronto.
Yeah, for some reason. Look, I never suggested doing it at 10 AM. It was just that was the time everybody else was free for some reason. The reason being time zones.
Engage full burners and intercept the Iceni. They are 2 kilometers from the Sirius jump node.
Command, we're 5 clicks from that Corvette. Those coordinates you gave us were bogus. We don't stand a chance of catching that ship.
You have your orders, pilot.
Command, where's the blockade? Why isn't the Alliance guarding this node?
Okay, so
our line of defense has been reprioritized for engagements elsewhere in the system.
I'm never gonna catch him, but you know, sometimes the chase is fun.
I regret your efforts to intercept us have failed, pilots. Would be well advised to question the wisdom of your leaders. Helm, engage subspace drive. The Iceni has jumped. I repeat, the Iceni has jumped.
Acknowledged, pilot.
Request a status brief, Command. What the hell is going on here?
You're out of line, pilot.
Out of line? I don't think so. We're risking our lives out here. We deserve a straight answer.
You can discuss this at your debriefing. We now have reports that rebel vessels are heading for the jump node. Stand by for mission update. Command out.
Damn it! Command let Bosch escape. What are you talking about? They pulled the blockade. They gave us the wrong coordinates. There's no other explanation.
Why? Why would they let him go?
You tell me, pilot. I'm informed on a need-to-know basis.
Stand down. We're on your side here.
Why did we attack the Iceni? Why did we destroy that cargo? I can live with being a pawn if the game makes sense.
Inbound freighters with Loki escort. These targets escape the asteroid depot. Destroy those ships before they reach the node.
Beta wing here. Target acquired and closing in.
There's 1 freighter left. Let's finish the job.
Objective neutralized. Behind you, pilot!
Also in front of me. Let's be even-minded about this.
Cover me! Cover me!
Close in front of me on account of I just ran into them.
On your 6! On your 6!
Oh wow, I'm 33% power. That's not good.
NTF cruisers have jumped in. The NTC Glorious and the NTC Impervious. They are heading for the node. Eliminate the fighter escort pilots. We'll deploy the Samtic to handle the cruisers. Those cruisers have anti-fighter beams with an effective range of 1,500 meters. Lure the escort away from the cruisers before you engage.
Ah yes, anti-fighter beams, they're a thing now. Great. Which, it's good news.
Cover me! Cover me!
Good news to hear when you're on 17% harm. Just waiting for my shield to recharge. Redirect power to my shields to pump them quicker, because that's the thing I remember how to do. I mean, it'll be interesting given that I don't have a pad as such, just all the keys in a row. Let's see if I can lower it again. There we go.
This crate's gonna blow! I'm going down! I'm going down!
Thank you, anti-fighter beams. Oh, it's because I'm sitting still. That's why everybody's shooting me. I'm about to die. Unlike mission 3, that's embarrassing. Scorpio one. I read that as Scorpio.
This crate's
like,
gonna blow!
Down. What am I shooting at? Come on, Brian. I think I just zoned out for a second there. Apologies.
The Samtic is now on station.
I am 1% high. I am probably dead.
Hull integrity failing. Get me out of here, Command. I'm going down! I'm going down!
Best time to use dumbfires is when you're fighting.
We have polarized the glorious.
Pulverized.
Delta Wing has been sorted.
Zoned out of it again there, brain. Come on.
Roger that, sir. Engaging your target.
Everybody go off to this. While I try and move around a bit and be less of an obvious distraction.
Hull integrity failing. Get me out of here, Command.
What's that noise? That's one of the turrets on board the center. It's like an old-fashioned Catholic camp. Oh, I can just sit back and wait for this, can't I? Hey, we did the thing and I was involved. I'm on 1%.
The impervious objective has been neutralized. Return to base, pilots.
Hey.
The Aquitaine is shipping out.
Progress. Just waiting for the director to come up.
Admiral Bosch's command frigate reached the Sirius jump node. I have received no explanation either on or off the record for what happened out there. I assume we'll be informed on a need-to-know basis. Good job neutralizing those fighters and freighters. You've served the 53rd Hammerheads well.
Thank you.
Your performance in this last mission proves you have what it takes to be an ace pilot. I've recommended your transfer to the 107th Ravens. They lost many good officers in Deneb, and they could use someone with your talents. They're a top-notch unit. I know you'll make us proud. Good luck with your new assignment, pilot. Command has ordered the Aquitaine to return to the Capella system. Admiral Petrarch will address the crew at 0630.
Sorry about that. I realised I just completely blanked for a while there. let's keep it moving. And I'm back. Hello everyone, and I'm actually conscious now. I'm gonna run this whole thing back again, because
To the officers and crew
I
of the GTD Aquitaine,
totally didn't hear it.
this is Admiral Petrarch. At 0115 hours, we received a transmission from 3rd Fleet headquarters. A Sheevan cruiser and 3 fighter wings ambushed and destroyed the GTC Vigilant as it patrolled the Gamma Draconis jump node in the Capella system. Command deployed the GTD Carthage and GVC Dashor, though these vessels neutralized the immediate threat. All Allied units are now in a state of enhanced vigilance.
So A, the bit where, you know, everything was fine and we'd beaten the Sheevans clearly didn't take. Good one, GTI. And 2, unrelated, I've turned a fan on because the warmth in here is not going to help me stay awake. If it's a new fan and it's pretty quiet, so hopefully it shouldn't turn up on mic too much, but if there's a bunch of background noise, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Can't hear it? Perfect, because my god, do I need to breathe. This is why I pay for a good fan.
To spearhead the operation in Gamma Draconis as we investigate the origin and extent of this incursion. Gamma Draconis is a remote, uninhabited system discovered shortly before the outbreak of the Great War. The system has no planets, no viable resources.
Is it really a system if it's got no planets? That's just
Erickson
a star.
visited the system 15 years ago
That's
and
just a
reported
star.
nothing out of the ordinary.
System by definition needs multiple parts.
Recon flights in Gamma Draconis detected activity near an uncharted jump node.
That thing.
Closer examination has revealed this node is not a natural phenomenon, but a massive subspace portal of unknown origin. We do not know why the Erickson failed to detect the portal when it last visited the system. This device may have been inactive and therefore invisible to long-range sensors, or it may be of recent construction. The Sheevan vessels that destroyed the Vigilant were not of any class encountered in the Great War. The light cruiser, designated Rakshasa, and the fighters designated Mara have been added to your onboard database.
I remember that being
This is our first contact with this species in over 3 decades. Our objectives are clear. We must secure Gamma Draconis or face annihilation a second time.
I'm going to go with not annihilation. You give me 2 choices and one of them's annihilation. I'm probably going to go with the other one. I don't know, that's just me. Actually, who am I kidding? We've seen my playthroughs of a lot of games. Generally, if something advertises annihilation as one of the possibles, I'll just be like, yep, cool, go for it.
That is a war crime.
What's a war crime? I mean, the whole annihilation thing, I guess technically when you start looking at it as destruction of the whole race, including civilians, that's, yeah, genocide is a war crime, it's just in. But I think everything else is just a war.
This is Lieutenant Samsa, squadron leader of the 107th Ravens. Here's the situation. The GTD Aquitaine entered Gamma Draconis at 1640. The flagship will defend the Capella node as we advance to secure the system. Recon discovered a Sheevan supply depot near the subspace portal, and this will be our target. Command believes the Sheevans are preparing for a more aggressive attack on Capella. The SC Behemoth, a Rakshasa-class cruiser, guards the depot with a wing of Mara fighters. Enemy freighters are entering the system, dropping their cargo and departing through the portal. Your mission, pilot, is to execute a clean sweep of the area. Your primary target will be the Mara fighters. Once the escorts are down, destroy the Behemoth and any freighters in the vicinity. You'll need to hold down the fort until we deploy the Carthage and Dashor. After you secure the area, we'll send Wings Delta and Epsilon to relieve you.
Shoot everything. Got it. Oh, welcome to the stream, Tara, and thank you. I do like this top, it's true. Can't believe I didn't go with this one to go on to take on TV. Oh well. I have so many outfits. Yes, we are now in a Hertmark 2. I approve. I liked the original. We now have the Prometheus R. And do we want to go Harpoons or Hornets? I mean, Interceptors were always our best friend last time, and Harpoons are basically the new version of that. Or you've got the Hornets. Oh, and Charities Lady, thank you for the gifts up. Congratulations, Mint Mary. Look. Wait, we're taking down fighters. Let's go Hornets. Hey.
Command, this is Alpha 2. We're in. I've got a visual on the subspace portal.
Yeah, it's massive and it's right there.
How many hostiles in sensor range?
One wing of Maras closing in fast. The behemoth is 2.5 clicks out. 2 freighters and a half a dozen cargo units are in the depot area.
Destroy those fighters. The Shivas will send reinforcements, so let's secure this area as quickly as possible.
Yes, let's.
The Maras are too fast.
Wait,
I can't
like
get a
that.
lock.
What do you mean you can't lock? I can lock fine. Yes, they're fast, but I'm also good at my job.
Show us how it's done, sir.
Yeah, thank you, I will.
I've never seen anything like it. And these fighters are unbelievable.
Yeah, the aspect lock icon on this is, I think, it's cool. Stop flying into my guns. Thank you, whoever that was.
Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration.
I should probably not be right there. Yeah! Beams, 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 beams!
Check your six.
I know how to dogfight, honest. I can play game, drive space. Sure. Little words, you all heard them. It's like cash time. I'll even make it easy for you with like 8 missiles. You suck at this game.
Get this bandit off me!
Let's try again, shall we? Nope, still suck. One of my directions is red, I guess the mole got away. Yeah. They are really not exaggerating how agile and fast Maras are. They are really irritating. Finally, you learn how to play. Also, base 2 is dead, but whatever. Nobody in line that way.
Get this bandit off me!
Busy with my own bandit, thank you very much. Picked the wrong time to turn, idiot.
Command, all bandits are down. Now targeting the behemoth.
Proceed with caution, pilots. Stand clear of those anti-fighter beams. The capabilities of that warship have yet to be determined.
But they include anti-fighter beams. mean, the capabilities of the beam cannons are shooting you. Have ordnance. Have so much ordnance. Stop shooting me with ordnance. I don't want ordnance. I'm giving you ordnance. What do you think this is? The gift of the Magi? Understand. And down.
Excellent work, pilots. Behemoth objective neutralized.
That's a freighter to
Get this
kill.
bandit off me!
What bandit? There is no bandit. You're imagining the bandit.
Area secure, Command. Standing by for further orders.
Hold your position, pilots. We are now deploying the Carthage and the Dashore.
What about all these cargo containers? Do you want me to destroy them? I'm going to destroy them. Just cause. I'm all about
Command,
shooting
we've got
boxes.
4 or 5 hostile wings coming through the portal.
Oh. Somebody turn the triumphant
We've got a
music
new
off.
fighter class here. Designation Astaroth. Where's the Carthage? We need reinforcements ASAP, Command.
Take evasive action, pilots. Help is on the way.
Yeah.
Get this bandit off me! There's too many of them! Send in the Carthage or get us out of here!
I'm just going to stay here shooting boxes, alright?
The Carthage and Dashore will emerge from subspace momentarily. Stand by.
And then they'll go back. God, I hate people using that word like that. I know, it's one of my few irritating circuitous takes.
What's your status, pilot?
The Shivas have broken off their attack. They're heading for the Carthage.
You show me boxes, I'm gonna shoot them. Look, I am a simple creature. And maybe there'll be a bonus objective in it. Or maybe they'll say, we wanted that cargo, we never told you that, but it was important. Well, it wasn't a bonus objective. These high-res tanks just look so nice. For a game that came out in 1999, they have made it look extremely pretty.
A King-class warship has entered the system. FC Goliath.
Do they just have a list of, like, biblical names to pick from at random when a new ship appears? This is the SC Goliath. Sure, let's go with that. And just whoever says one first. Ah! Nope, that's very bad. I'm running away. Just whoever says a biblical name first. Congratulations, that's its name now. Look, can I not be in this crossfire, please? And yes, I know that's mostly a me problem. Wow, I am taking a beating. Oh wow, yeah, no, I am very nearly dead. Why do you have to be so dang fast? Very irritating. Oh, whatever. Missiles, catch. Wow. You suck at that game. I mean, I suck at this game, so who am I to stop? I should not charge in the cane, because that's how I die, and I'm on 8% health already. I think I'll just sit here and watch our destroyers take it out. There we go. Lots of beams in this game.
All hostiles have been neutralized. Now deploying Delta and Epsilon Wing. Alpha, you may return to base.
I was also very nearly neutralized.
Delta Wing, now in position.
But let's jump out.
Epsilon Wing standing by. Chief, transmit orders.
You survived your first sortie against the Shevans. Though we had only a small opposing force to contend with, survival is half the battle. The COs of both the Carthage and Dashore commend our squadron for the outstanding cover we provided. The Sheevan Kane cruiser and its complement of fighters might have destroyed these vessels had we not intervened. Well done, pilot. A joint Terran-Vasudan task force under the direction of Dr. Mina Hargrove is now studying the subspace portal. We expect a preliminary report in a few hours. For preserving the systems of the Galactic Terran-Vasudan Alliance from Sheevan invasion, you are hereby awarded the Allied Defense Citation.
Here's our new medal box. Also, I love that. A joint Terran-Vasudan task force led by a Terran. So many
the Gamma
news
Dracona
bulletins
system
in this.
secure, a task force of Terran and Vasudan scientists is now examining the subspace portal. At this point, the scientists have ruled out the possibility the device is of Sheevan origin. Dr. Mina Hargrove, leader of the research team, has issued a report of its preliminary findings. An excerpt of this report follows.
Love me some research reports and briefing.
The subspace portal is unlike any Sheevan construction we have yet encountered. Though Sheevans demonstrate considerable diversity as a species, all Sheevan technology possesses certain distinctive properties. None is present in the subspace device, which means we must look elsewhere for the portal's origin. We do know that the device is very, very old, on the order of several thousand years.
The field generated by the interlocking movement of the portal's components creates a subspace vortex, connecting one part of the universe to another. Dr. Hargrove theorizes that whoever built this device may have used it to stabilize a jump node on the verge of collapse. If Dr. Hargrove is correct, this technology is a tremendous discovery. By constructing our own portal, we might be able to reopen the Sol jump node in Delta Serpentis. Since the destruction of the Lucifer caused the node to collapse 32 years ago.
That's such a human move also. We don't understand this technology. Let's steal it.
We might also be able to stabilize.
We have the vaguest idea of what this does, so we should make our own.
Too volatile for travel.
It'll solve all of our problems.
Thus creating routes to systems previously unexplored. Our military operation will focus on what lies on the other side of the subspace portal. Must determine where the node leads, and the extent of the Sheevan presence there. Above all, we must prevent the Sheevans from returning to Gamma Draconis. Because the portal will remain active while the research team studies the technology, our systems are vulnerable to attack. Allied Command has deemed this an acceptable risk given the potential benefits.
Some of you may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
At 1540 hours, the GTD Aquitaine entered the subspace portal in Gamma Draconis and jumped to our current position. We have entered a nebula, a vast and dense ionized field, and possibly the remnant of a supernova. We have traveled farther than any Terrans in the history of subspace travel.
Just side note here, I swear there was more game before this point. My brain said that you were like a third of the way through the game when you entered the nebula. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I don't know. Like how they pronounce Sheevan like heathen? I mean, how else would you pronounce it? Like Shiva, but with an N?
The nebula has severely limited the Aquitaine's long-range sensors. We are deploying our fighter wings to explore the immediate vicinity and determine the extent of the enemy presence. Each fighter squadron will deploy a flight of 4 wings.
Yeah, some of the
Alpha,
Theo
Zeta,
and the,
Iota, and Kappa will patrol a series of 4 waypoints.
Did it that way, and
Zeta Wing will lead this sortie, so follow Zeta 1, and do not stray. Be advised the nebula could interfere with your onboard systems.
And it will.
The ionized field will compromise your sensors, even within combat range.
Let's go and do a patrol mission. I vaguely remember being very annoying. Still on Herc 2s. No longer got any aspect seeking stuff on account of it won't do us any good where we're going. Where we're going, we don't need aspect seekers.
Iota Wing, you are cleared to take off.
Ah, I'd forgotten this intro.
Kappa Wing, you have clearance. Zeta Wing, go. Alpha Wing, go.
That was not a Dead Space reference, that was a Back to the Future reference.
Alpha, form up on Zeta. Follow Zeta 1's lead to the waypoints.
I am literally right behind Zeta. Maintain information, matching speed. Come on. You don't need to tell me these things, Command. I'm a professional.
Zeta 1 is on your escort list. You can select a fighter with your escort targeting control.
That's what the button is for that. Also was not knowingly making an Event Horizon reference. If there was one, if the game
Alpha,
made one, I didn't get it.
And try to keep up. Boost your engine power and be ready to hit your burns because we're gonna get through this one fast and clean.
Good luck, pilots. Keep a tight formation and look out for each other. Let's all get home alive.
Best way to get home, in my experience.
How are we supposed to get a visual confirmation? I can't see a thing in this mess.
Ah, see, yeah, I was...
Rather be fighting the NTF if you ask me. I never signed on for hunting Shivans. Don't kid yourself. We're the ones being hunted, pilot.
Command should shut down that portal and send the Aquitaine back to Deneb. We've got no business being out here.
If Command needs your opinion, they'll promote you to Admiral. Now shut up and focus.
No, I was very much doing a Back to the Future reference. Last bit of that is where we're going. We don't need
all flights report in.
Roads.
This is Iota 1. Sensors are picking up zilch, Command. We're flying blind out here.
Alpha 2 here. Nothing to report.
This is Zeta 1, all clear.
Kappa Wing, what's your status? Over? Kappa Wing, this is Allied Command. Please respond.
Well, Kappa's dead. Let's all go home.
Iota Wing, investigate Kappa's last waypoint. The ionized field is interfering with our transmission.
I'm picking up something on sensors. I can't get a lock.
Yep, that is an enemy sensor ghost.
Hostile targets confirmed. A wing of Manticores closing fast.
Pilots, destroy those fighters and stay alert. Watch for a braking maneuver.
No problem, Command. We'll take them down. All bandits are down, Command. Area secure.
And back to a nice
Resume your patrol, pilots.
Speed. Resume your patrol, also maybe look for Kappa, you know.
There's gotta be a base or destroyer in this nebula somewhere. Those fighters couldn't survive out here on their own.
This nebula could be 10 or 20 light years in diameter. Finding a single ship would be impossible.
Unless the Shivans find us first.
Do we have a status update on Kappa Wing?
Negative. No word from Kappa yet. We'll find out in debriefing. Hostile indicators on radar. Detecting at least one wing of Manticores. Let's make this quick.
Flying, guys. Very impressive. Got him.
Objective neutralized.
Yeah, I know, I did it. I was there. My guns are gradually getting out of phase with each other, and it's weird, and I don't know why that's happening. See, and I'm practically already information.
Okay, let's get back on patrol. Alpha, follow my lead.
Fun explanation for what? Oh, for the guns being out of sync. I mean, I would assume there's just either it's a glitch or the different animations are like one frame out of sync, so it slowly adds up to something. I would assume. Hello, ship from nowhere.
Hold on, I got a visual on something big. A cruiser or a corvette.
Do you recognize the configuration? Is it a Rakshasa or a Kane?
Negative, Command. It's a Terran cruiser, Fenris class.
There's no Allied ship authorized in your vicinity. Hail them, pilot.
This is Zeta Wing of the 107th Ravens, GTD Aquitaine. Please identify yourself.
This is Captain Arthur Romig of the GTC Trinity. We have sustained heavy damage, and our jump drive is inoperative. We need immediate assistance.
96% hull. You've not
Your
sustained that
designation
much
is incorrect, Romig. Your ship defected to the NTF 10 days ago. You have been stripped of your rank and citizenship in the GTVA.
Oof.
Surrender the Trinity or be destroyed.
Just been casually
As
stripped of
captain
citizenship.
of the NTC Trinity, I surrender on the condition you get us the hell out of here.
Literally a...
What's your status?
We repelled the Shivan attack, but engines sustained critical damage. I powered down non-essential systems so the Shivans wouldn't detect us. We've been drifting ever since.
What's your assessment of the damage?
Some components were destroyed in the attack, but my chief engineer thinks a field repair is possible.
We will send a damage control team with the necessary components. Transmit your diagnostics.
Transmitting now.
What were you doing out here, Romig?
As a
so much
prisoner of
more
war, my
voice
rights are
acting in the
protected under
sequel.
the Beta Aquila Convention. I will answer no questions, Command.
I thought rebels didn't recognize BATAC.
No, but we do, pilot. Damage control has been deployed. They should be arriving momentarily.
Discovery here, initiating docking procedure. Watch our backs, little friends.
Huh, I didn't know that. I don't I don't drive.
Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration.
Legally not allowed to drive, so there are many car things I'm not aware of.
Prepare to be boarded, Trinity. Trinity standing by.
Excuse me, I'm flying.
Docking point secure. Okay, roaming. We're taking you and your crew into custody. Follow the drill and no one gets hurt.
More hostiles incoming.
Where?
Keep the Shivans away from the Trinity pilots. That ship won't survive another attack. Give us a time estimate, Discovery.
Once again, it is on 96% power, which
15 minutes,
is
Command.
fine. 15 minutes sounds like a long time. Just saying. Like, longer than these missions usually take. Speed out, guys. We're on schedule.
Can you bring the anti-fighter turrets online?
Negative. We need all power on engines.
We can't hold them back forever, Trinity. Hurry up with those repairs.
Maybe not forever, but probably for a long time. We're very good at this. Wow, the Trinity's already on 22% health. Okay. I may have overstated our capabilities. And also not been lucky. And also got distracted by the first fighter I saw. As is
You
a
need to buy
running
us more
theme.
time, pilots.
You good? Oh.
Heads up, enemy wing closing in.
Primary objective failed. Oh, the Trinity's gone down.
We've lost the Trinity. All wings return to base. We're aborting this mission.
Data wing here.
And there's our first fail of the game. Why did I not just hit quick restart? Too late.
You confronted an overwhelming Shivan force in a hostile environment. Under these circumstances, there was nothing you or anyone else could have done to save the Trinity and our boarding party. You were lucky to survive this sortie, pilot.
Huh, okay.
We have heard nothing from Kappa Wings since they vanished from our sensors. Unfortunately, we must presume the worst. They will be listed MIA unless we find evidence to the contrary.
They'll be listed MIA on account of the fact that they're
parties have found no trace of
missing.
these fighters.
We don't know where they are. That's
Trinity
definition.
deepens the enigma of the NTF's secret agenda. What was the Trinity doing out here? And what does Bosch know about the subspace portal? All patrols have uncovered an extensive Shivan force in the nebula. Command will deploy more warships through the subspace portal to assist with our mission of exploration and containment. Iota and Epsilon wings encountered 2 Shivan cruisers near our current location. When our reinforcements arrive, we will move against them.
Exploration and containment, aka we found where these people are apparently coming from, so let's just go there and murder everyone. Just move all of our warships in. Again, very classically human move. Really thought we'd failed there. Couldn't remember if the Trinity was a scripted death. Ooh, cinematic.
32 years ago, when the Altair system Vesudan scientists discovered the remnants of an extinct civilization we now call the Ancients. And here we found the secret to defeating the Shivans. How close did we come to being a footnote in the history of a future species that would happen upon our ruins 10,000 years from now? Would they indulge in the fiction of their own immortality until the Shivans came for them?
Here's your hubris.
And how long had this gone on? Did the Ancients stumble upon the monoliths and the tombs of their predecessors in this distant corner of space, dismissing the warnings carved in the walls of the sepulchre? And when the destroyers came at last, what did the Ancients think as they sifted the cremation of dust and bones, staring into the mute remains for a key, some solution to their plight? What if there had been countless races, stretching back into infinity, and like the 9 cities of Troy, each civilization had been built on the rubble of one that came before, each annihilated by the Shivans. The Ancients died 8,000 years ago. As humanity emerged from its Neolithic infancy, they believed their voyage across the sea of stars woke the dragon that slept beneath the waves, that the Shivans were birthed from the flux of subspace, and their destruction was the revenge of an angry cosmos.
Like I say, so much more voice acting.
With recent victories on the Civil War front, the GTVA Security Council has authorized the deployment of 2 Deimos-class corvettes into the nebular theater of operations. The Lysander and the Actium crossed the subspace portal in Gamma Draconis at 23:35 hours and joined up with the Aquitane's battle group. On their last sortie, Epsilon and Iota wings encountered 2 Shivan warships. A Rakshasa-class cruiser designated the Iblis, and a Lilith-class cruiser designated the Azurus. Admiral Petrock has instructed our corvettes to hunt down and destroy these vessels. The 107th will provide fighter cover.
We're naming all of our Shivan ships after island groups.
Alpha Wing, your mission is to escort the Lysander and the Actium as they carry out this assault. Your first priority will be to eliminate all hostile fighters and bombers. Only then will you assist the corvettes with their strike against the Shivan warships. If we lose either corvette, you will abort the mission and withdraw from the field immediately.
Wait, the Great Hunt? Wasn't that the mission name for when we were chasing down the Lucifer at the end of the first game? I think it was. Volition. If I can keep track of your mission names. Okay, so we could switch back to a Myrmidon. I don't want to. The Herc is far more my kind of fighter on account of it's just punchy. Let's switch to Harpoon. We used Hornets. Let's see how the other half lives. It's so pretty in the nebula.
Those cruisers are somewhere in this vicinity. We're now converging on their last known position.
Are you reading anything on sensors, Actium?
Negative, Lysander.
If we don't find them, they'll find us. I don't expect we'll be disappointed.
The Shivans fought nothing but great war relics. We'll show them what firepower is all about.
My dude, they know what firepower is all about. They've got a lot of it. Oh.
I'm picking up something. A wing of enemy fighters closing in.
Alpha and Beta, intercept those bandits. Keep them off the Lysander and Actium.
Okay, yeah, I like Harpoons more. There's something very appealing about the Swarm Missile, but I just like having these ones that are big, single shots that just seek and kill. Makes missile catch much easier. See? Perfect. Love it. Seeing something else over here. Let's go investigate and get ourselves killed. It's what I do best. God, this nebula's pretty though. Good job to the Hardlight community who made the
A Kane-class cruiser now coming into view.
How's sound?
confirmed. It's the Azurus. Firing all guns.
I thought you said the Azurus was a Lilith class in the briefing. I can't mind.
Damn it, Actium. Watch
Anyway, sorry, got distracted by that. Stupidest time.
Avoid the beam and you won't get hit, pilot.
If it were me, I would simply not get shot.
Objective neutralized.
All hostile fighters eliminated. Those Shivans put up a good fight.
Well done, pilots. Help the corvettes finish off the Azurus, but don't get too close.
We have destroyed the Azurus.
Keep up, Mark.
That's one more Shivan cruiser out of circulation.
Okay, let's find that Rakshasa. Continue on your current heading. If you need to rearm pilots, now would be a good time.
What's our current heading? Lysander. Which
With
way are
the
we going?
technology they had 30 years ago, it's a miracle we won the Great War.
I mean, one is...
No shields, no
a way
flak
of
guns,
putting
no
it.
beam cannons.
We had shields for half of the war. I
You hear
was
about Kappa
there.
Link? Vanished without a trace. 5 clicks from the Aquitaine.
Their patrol found the NTC Trinity, right?
I was there,
Yeah, that
too.
was Arthur Romig's ship. Hard to believe he turned traitor.
Is it?
Hey, Command, you gonna tell us what the rebels are doing out here?
You'll be informed on a need-to-know basis, pilot. Now kill the chatter and focus on your mission.
Why would you assume that Command would ever tell you
New
anything?
readings coming up on sensors.
This is just
Incoming
what being
fighters.
Rank and file military. What's the word? I guess what that word was.
A wing of Seraphim is approaching fast. Intercept those bombers.
Yeah, I guess grunt is kind of what I was going for. I just couldn't remember a technical term. Let's take out the bombers. Yes, capital ships have flat guns now in this game. And
The Seraphim are
they
history.
annoying.
Well done, pilots.
Slightly sarcastic sounding, but thanks.
Iblis now within range. All guns, fire for effect.
What effect? Yeah, but again, enlisted is the adjective. I'm sure there's a noun I'm forgetting. It's fine, nobody expects me to be able to do words, right? That's not what I do at all. There's just so much more stuff in this sequel. With the beams and the flak and everything else and the nebula effects. It is very... Oh look, we got a better graphics project
The
than
whole
using.
integrity of the Iblis is fallen below.
Service
We're
member!
almost there.
Something massive has jumped in. The database does not recognize the configuration.
Cool. I don't like it.
Where? What is it? I can't get a visual.
Well, the Iblis is down. And here is the
Command, we
unknown.
have a situation here.
Ah, yes.
Can you get a closer look, Lysander? The Lysander is down. The Lysander is down.
And I need to get away from this thing immediately.
All vessels return to base. We need to regroup. Get out of there, pilots.
I have never heard enlisted use of now. That might be a British versus American thing.
The Shivan warship we encountered has been designated the SD Ravana. Allied forces have been deployed to engage this vessel. Given the number of Shivan fighters our wings have encountered, we knew an enemy destroyer had to be lurking somewhere within the nebula. Our impaired visibility and diminished sensor range made locating their base of operations difficult. Command hoped our offensive against the 2 Shivan cruisers would lure the destroyer from its hiding place. Under these circumstances, there was nothing you could have done to save that
sounds
Corvette
very
from destruction.
suicide mission. Are you saying that you knowingly sent that Corvette in to die?
Reinforce the vessels attacking the Ravana. Suit up for your next sortie, pilot. This is Lieutenant Samsa. The Allied attack against the SD Ravana has deteriorated. We have lost the GTD Delacroix, and the surviving warships in the battle group are damaged. Petrock is scrambling the 107th to assist. Command will also sortie the GVC Somptus and the GTC Yakiba. Once they cross the subspace portal, we will move them into position.
With love to all of my American viewers, of course.
For this mission, we'll fly the GTB Boanerdzes, the Alliance's new attack bomber. The Boanerdzes maximizes shielding and payload,
while
offering enough maneuverability to make it a viable tactical unit.
Why is the G a Z?
The bomber won't handle as well as the Herc 2, so stay on the move. Bombers make easy targets.
God, Boanerdzes was a...
With our Cyclops torpedoes, we'll have the firepower to take out the Ravana. If you're too far from the target, the flak guns will neutralize your bomb, so get as close as possible. Once you fire your salvo, hit your burners to get clear of the blast. The Cyclops has an extensive lock time and countdown. If we succeed, we will have secured the jump node between the Nebula and Gamma Draconis.
Because we assume they only have one destroyer.
We pave the way for a Shivan invasion of our systems. Good luck, pilot. We know you can do it.
I mean, we could switch to an Ursa or a Medusa. Boanerdzes is a bit faster than the Ursa, but has less gun. Let's stick with the recommended one of them a minute. There we have the one gun. Let's just fully load up in Cyclope case. I really should have taken some fighter.
I've acquired sensor lock on the Ravana. The destroyer is currently out of range.
Luckily, I remembered we have engines.
No visual on Allied ships, but we can see their cannon signature.
Bombers, close in on the Ravana. We must end this now.
See, I could do that, or I could get distracted by this fight.
Command. Warheads are armed and ready. Watch the friendly fire! You get hit, you won't make it to your own service!
What? I feel like that sentence made no sense at all.
Integrity failing. Get me out of here, Command!
Reading hostile indicators.
Get as close as possible, so we slip it under their flak. Yeah. And get out of there.
Wing inbound.
Switch to my next bang.
Oh, no!
And go.
Ravanna's hull integrity has fallen below critical. Destruction of primary target is imminent.
Behind you, pilot!
Yeah, I've noticed. Thanks.
IFS confirmed. Hostiles inbound.
And my nav system is destroyed. That's bad.
Ravanna objective neutralized. All units return to base.
Howdy. It's in plasma. Lots of missions in this, it feels like, where it's just, okay, you've done the thing, now leave. They're just kind of surgical strikes.
The destruction of the Ravanna is the most significant victory over the Shivans since the end of the Great War. We have secured the subspace node linking the nebula with Gamma Draconis, and we have demonstrated our technological superiority over our Great War nemesis.
Technological superiority.
We have proven without a doubt that we have the firepower to neutralize any Shivan threat. A new class of intercept fighter will be stationed on board the Aquitaine. I have recommended that you be transferred to this unit. Interceptors are fast, high-performance fighters, requiring pilots with good reflexes.
That sounds terrible.
You've got the talent for it.
Why would you?
And you'll represent the Ravens well. Command has ordered the Aquitaine to return to the Capella system. Admiral Petrock will brief the crew about our upcoming operation.
Yeah, weird having that set up as kind of the most momentous victory against the Shivans, given that it's just, we saw this thing for the first time. Now you've destroyed it. Hey. Slightly weird pacing at points. Anyway, I've just been alerted that they want me to run ads, so I guess capitalism wins this one. I will be away for like 5 minutes. I need to go and get some water and stretch my legs. All of you should do the same thing. Get up, stretch your legs, have some water, have your meds if you haven't taken them. And yeah, I will be back in like 5 minutes. Leave the ads running if you can. And we'll get back to the last part of it. See you in a few. And we're back, having found the biggest, scariest Shivan thing around and instantly destroyed it. Let's carry on being
Lieutenant
heroes.
Commander Cordova here. Welcome to the 242nd Suicide Kings, pilot.
That's a choice
I've
of
heard
name.
from unofficial channels that the rebels have launched a surprise attack in the Epsilon Pegasi system. Details at this point are sketchy below 5-level clearance, and Command is in no hurry to fill us in. Petrock says he'll brief the Aquitaine when we reach Capella. The GTA formed the Suicide Kings in the Great War, when the old Valkyrie fighter went into service after the Shivan attack on Ross 128. The 242nd was stationed on the Galatea back then, and our first mission was the capture of Lieutenant Alexander McCarthy. We all studied the McCarthy trials.
Who turned up in the first game and then disappeared.
We're a part of history here, though the Galatea is long gone, and the Valkyrie has since been retired. The Perseus is the next generation interceptor, the fastest fighter in the GTVA. Our primary combat role is charging bombers and chasing down warheads. We're also assigned to surgical strikes against bigger warships. We're not called the Suicide Kings for nothing, pilot. We earn that name on every mission. For that reason, I suggest you review the Perseus training modules as soon as possible. There you'll learn how to target bombs and turrets.
We
and everything
get ourselves killed every mission.
In an intercept squadron. You are now authorized to use the GTM-43A Stiletto II missile, designed to incapacitate subsystems. The 43A improves on the original Stiletto design by modifying its guidance systems and disruptor charge. The Stiletto also boasts a more powerful propulsion system, increasing its speed and effective range.
All exciting times. I guess
Welcome to Training Simulator Module TSM-122X. Advanced qualification for the Perseus Intercept Fighter.
Sure.
Welcome to Module TSM-122X, pilot. Don't touch the controls until you are told to do so. You will fail this section if you do not follow instructions carefully. The most significant role of the Perseus Interceptor Fighter is destroying enemy bombers and their warheads.
For this exercise, we need a target. Let's bring in a Deimos-class Corvette. Remember the escort list? It's on the right-hand side of your HUD. Use the escort targeting control to select. Good. Now, let's make this interesting. Here comes a wing of Shivan Seraphim bombers.
What? How did we get those?
Don't be afraid. This is only a training simulator. Just observe the action for now.
This is just a...
As the Seraphim bombers approach the Deimos, they launch their ordnance. Use the bomb targeting control to acquire the Shivan warheads. If there are no warheads, the bomb will appear in your target view until it detonates. Observe that as the bomb impacts the hull of the Deimos, the name of the Corvette flashes in your escort monitor.
Flashes?
That's how you know a ship on your escort list is taking damage. Bombs also appear as amber blips on your radar.
That will be impossible to
Let's cover one more targeting control. The target's attacker function enables you to select the enemy ship attacking your target. This is especially useful in defensive or escort missions. First, select the vessel you have been ordered to defend. Very good. Now, use the target's attacker. Now, let's see how well you do in a combat situation. To make things fair, we'll restore the Deimos to full strength. Before we unleash the bombers, here are a few more pointers. First, locate the bomb by sensors or by sight. You'll destroy the bombs more efficiently if you can rely on visual contact. But sometimes, you'll need to use the bomb targeting control if you get disoriented. It only takes 1 or 2 hits to destroy a bomb, and most warheads are generally slower than your intercept fighter. But don't get too close. The shockwave could damage your hull or knock out your subsystems. Obviously, the best tactic is to destroy the bombers before they launch their ordnance. An intercept fighter is built for speed so that you can engage multiple bomber waves across the field of engagement.
Not like me.
Now, intercept and destroy the Seraphim bombers before they neutralize the Corvette.
Go to 140 on burn. Okay, way to provide cover for your bombs, I guess. Jesus, that's a lot of bombs. Good to know we have about a sneezer's worth of firepower in our cannons on this. Whatever, missiles. Ah.
Excellent work, pilot. You repelled the bomber attack and protected the Deimos.
Just.
Here's another tip. Using the messaging window, you can order your squad mates to protect a target. Pilots assigned to protect a target will help you intercept bombs launched at the target. Chasing bombs is a lot easier when you work together as a team.
I know all these things.
For the next phase of this simulation, let's restore the Deimos to full strength. We'll also change the vessel's IFF status from friendly to hostile.
Why?
Target the Corvette using your good. As a fighter, you have minimal chance of destroying a large ship on your own. Bombs and beam cannons are much more effective, but these weapons are too big to mount on a fighter. However, the speed and maneuverability of the fighter make it ideal for surgical strikes against the turrets and subsystems of larger ships. Use the turret targeting control to cycle through the turrets of the ship. Observe that the Corvette has a range of weapons. Observe how the turret is outlined by a large square. The target view will display the type of turret and its current integrity. If the targeted object is not in view, it will be marked by a diamond. Now, excellent. Once you destroy a turret, your sensors will automatically target the next turret in order of priority. Larger warships have dozens of firing points, And in combat situations, you might not have time to cycle through all the turrets to find the one that is firing at you. You have an attacker targeting control that will select the nearest hostile firing on your ship. If the attacker's a warship, the turret firing on you will be targeted. This control can help you prioritize the enemies that pose the greatest danger to your fighter.
And I do get killed.
Let's try it now. The Deimos will begin firing on you with one or more of its turrets.
Couldn't it just be one?
Use your attacker targeting control to identify the turret firing on you.
Come on, stop trying to shoot me and shoot me. My guy? Am I in the wrong place? Would you like me to be over here?
Now, destroy the turret. Feel free to use guns and missiles. Note that both heat-seeking and aspect-seeking missiles will home in on subsystems once they acquire launch. Good. Now let's see how you do against multiple turrets.
Bit weird that it apparently locks it to just be the turrets on this side, so if you're on the other side, it just doesn't shoot you.
Great work, pilot. Let's end this session with a look at targeting subsystems.
We know how to do that.
By pressing the subsystem targeting control repeatedly, you can cycle through the subsystems of your target.
Correct.
A subsystem appears on your HUD outlined by a large square. If the targeted system is not in view, it will be marked by a diamond.
Basic training in the first game.
Now, target the sensors on the Corvette. Nice work. Now select the Akaton Subsystem Disruptor Gun, or SDG, as your primary weapon. The Akaton SDG is an energy weapon developed by the Vesudans. The Akaton destroys the subsystems of a target, doing only minimal damage to the target's hull. Using the Akaton SDG, destroy the sensors of the Deimos Corvette.
Particle effect on the Akaton's quite nice. I like that splashy synth sound as well.
Good. Note that you can also order your squad mates to destroy the subsystems of your target.
I know.
In the messaging window, select the disabled command to take out the engines. The disarm command will order the pilots to destroy your target's weapon subsystem.
Game, just teach me the new things.
Well done. This concludes module TSM-122X. Engage your subspace drive to end the simulation.
Ta-da, we're geniuses.
Well done, pilot. You have successfully completed TSM-122X, advanced qualification for the Perseus Intercept fighter. Good luck with your upcoming assignment.
Oh well. Nobody cares.
"36 hours ago, the NTF launched a full-scale offensive in Epsilon Pegasi, taking the GTVA 6th Fleet by surprise. Commanding his forces from the NTD Repulse, Rear Admiral Koth leads the rebel advance. With 75% of our forces in this system decimated, the regional death toll since the incursion now exceeds 80,000.
Wait,
Unless
the Repulse?
we act quickly, decisive rebel victory is imminent."
That was the GTI Rebellion flagship. What? Did the crew of the Repulse just latch on to literally any rebellion going? Oh, well, our shadow takeover of the Alliance failed, so why don't we go and join the racists instead? I mean, I say that like they weren't the racists. They were racists, but... honestly, why can the fascists work together?
The GTD Aquitaine will lead the Allied counterstrike against Koth and his warships. We will resupply in Capella before shipping out to the front. We have also learned our campaign in Sirius has failed. Two-pronged offensive launched from Alpha Centauri and Deneb encountered fierce resistance. Unless we can devise a military solution for dealing with the rebels, GTVA will be forced to recognize the NTF's authority in Sirius, Regulus, and Polaris.
Good job, guys.
Allied engineers, in the meantime, are developing and adapting technologies that will enable us to fight more effectively in the nebula. Dr. Hargrove and her research team continue to study the subspace portal. Their findings have been classified Level 5. Until the situation in Epsilon Pegasi has been normalized, the GTVA will suspend its operations in the nebula.
Maybe this is why my brain thought that was longer before you get into the nebula, because it takes a while to get back. So we have to sort out this.
This is Lieutenant Commander Cordova, leader of the 242nd Suicide Kings. Welcome to Epsilon Pegasi, pilots. NF Station, the Alliance's base of operations in this system, is now under attack. Though we have destroyed the NTC Outrage, the Cato continues to bombard the installation with heavy beam fire. Evacuation of civilian personnel on board NF Station is now in progress. As you know, civilians are protected under the Beta Aquila Convention, but the NTF has rejected that treaty and its provisions.
If it's
Fortunately,
a convention, is that technically
most
a treaty?
of the civilian convoy has jumped safely to the Capella jump node.
I mean, surely there's a legalist distinction between the two.
Your mission is to defend NF Station. As leader of Alpha Wing, you will command your squad mates to destroy the fighters and warships besieging our installation. If the rebels sortie their Zeus bombers, intercept the warheads before they impact the base. Allied forces are engaging the rebels throughout the system. As resources become available, they will be deployed to assist you. Until we get these reinforcements, however, holding down the fort is all up to you.
You get reinforcements when we have them, but before we have them,
this sortie will be the first combat field test of the Perseus Intercept fighter. So let's put on a good show.
That's what I'm here for. I like how it's primary objective, protect the station, secondary objective, protect the transports getting everyone off the station. So, if the station's fine, but everybody we were evacuating dies, okay, I guess. Why would I not go down Prometheus? And harpoons are the way to go. Let's go! A little bit Randy Savage. Okay, bombers out.
Objective neutralized.
I know, but thanks for telling me anyway. Feel free to continue telling me about my successes. I mean, it won't take you massively long. Sorry, automatic self-deprecating joke.
NTF fighters, you are firing upon a civilian vessel. Break off your attack.
That is a war crime.
Alpha, we need some fighter cover on the Calypso. Hold back the rebels so the civilians can escape.
That's what I'm doing. What's the...
The Calypso has been destroyed.
In a station here, NTF
Wow.
bombers are closing in.
Intercept the bombs before they hit the installation. We must not lose that base.
Engineering reports the situation is under control.
This is the Mannheim. We have set course for the Capella jump node. Activating jump drive now.
Okay, don't know what just hit me, but they're not. Might as well do some damage to the Kato while I've got for a second. Beam turret down.
More rebel bombers inbound. Seek and destroy.
Yeah, we've got time for this, right? Yeah, whatever.
Well done. The NTC Kato has been destroyed.
Jeez. Oh, there's another one. Too late.
Station here, Command. Hull integrity is falling and all decks report heavy casualties. General evacuation now in progress. Destroying escape pod.
Objective neutralized.
Stand by to rearm.
Why was there one person in Epsilon Wing and now they're dead?
Command, this is NF Station. A new wing of bombers has jumped in. Request immediate fighter cover.
Working on it.
I'm reading an incoming jump signature. Configuration unknown.
Command, there's a massive warship now emerging from subspace.
This is NF Station. All systems going critical.
Verify IFF status, Command.
Ah!
IFF status is friendly. Meet the Colossus, the largest spacefaring warship ever constructed.
Ah,
This is the GTVA Colossus. Fighters stand clear of hostile warships.
Told you
All
that, don't
batteries,
like it.
fire at will.
We have lost NF Station. Repeat, we have lost NF Station. All Allied ships return to base. This operation is a total failure.
This just in. I am not, in fact, good at running intercept. This is a fact that will become blatantly apparent. I would, in fact, say I'm quite bad at it.
NTF fighters, you are firing upon a civilian vessel. Break off your attack.
Alpha, we need some fighter cover on the Calypso. Hold back the rebels so the civilians can escape.
NF Station here. NTF bombers are closing in.
Intercept the bombs before they hit the installation. We must not lose that base.
sealed off. Engineering reports the situation is under control.
This is the GTFR Calypso. We have cleared NF station. Now engaging subspace drive.
This is the Mannheim. We have set course for the Capella
okay, so
jump node.
the transport's
activating jump drive now.
Again, doesn't feel like I did anything drastically different, but here we are.
All civilian transports have departed safely.
That beam turret down, which is probably pretty good.
I copy, pilot. Support ship in transit.
More rebel bombers inbound. Seek and destroy.
On it. I mean, I realise I'm boosting directly away from the support ship, but whatever. That can catch up later.
Well done. The NTC Cato has been destroyed.
Station here, Command. Hull integrity is falling and all decks report heavy casualties. General evacuation now in progress. Deploying escape pods. This is NF Station. All systems going critical.
We have lost NF station. Repeat, we have lost NF station. All Allied ships return to base. This operation...
It's just in. Escort missions. No. Maybe I should be trying to run this mouse control. I don't know. I'm not changing controls this mid-game. Get that.
Objective neutralized.
NTF fighters, you are firing upon a civilian vessel. Break off your attack.
Alpha, we need some fighter cover on the Calypso. Hold back the rebels so the civilians can escape.
NF Station here. NTF bombers are closing in.
Intercept the bombs before they hit the installation. We must not lose that base.
Okay, those were a couple of lucky shots.
This is NF Station. We have sustained moderate damage. All breached levels have been sealed off. Engineering reports the situation is under control.
This is the GTFR Calypso. We have cleared NF station. Now engaging subspace drive.
This is the Mannheim.
The fact that they keep saying NF really isn't helping me misreading NTF as NFT.
All civilian transports have departed safely. More rebel bombers inbound. Seek and destroy.
Triumphal note. Back to the job. Okay, let's go. Also, all the bombers are NTB's use, which I know what it stands for here, but all my brain is giving me is nearest to bold, because that's what it means in quiz competitions.
Command, this is NF Station. A new wing of bombers has jumped in. Request immediate fighter cover.
Objective neutralized.
Well done. The NTC Cato has been destroyed.
How did I not manage to get that?
Station here, Command. Hull integrity is falling and all decks report heavy casualties. General evacuation now in progress. Deploying escape pods.
Bandits incoming!
See if I can take out the beam turrets on this.
All systems going critical.
Hull integrity failing. Get me out of here, Command.
Oh no. Bad times.
I'm reading an incoming jump signature. Configuration unknown.
Oh, come on! So close. Oh, we've got time for like 1 or 2 more tries of this.
NTF fighters, you are firing upon a civilian vessel. Break off your attack.
NF Station here. NTF bombers are closing in.
Alpha, we need some fighter cover on the Calypso. Hold back the rebels so the civilians can escape. Intercept the bombers before they hit the installation. We must not lose that
that
base.
took out a beam turret, so I'll go for that. Come on. Okay, they've got bombs free.
We have sustained moderate damage. All breached levels have been sealed off. Engineering reports the situation is under control.
This is the GTFR Calypso. We have cleared NF station. Now engaging subspace drive.
I copy, pilot. Support. This is the Mannheim. We have set course for the Capella jump node. Activating jump drive now.
All civilian transports have departed safely.
Bombers come.
More rebel bombers inbound. Seek and destroy.
It'll be here in a second.
Rearming complete, sir. You're good to go.
Well done. The NTC Cato has been destroyed.
Hopefully that helps. There's the Hawkwood to replace it. I don't get why shockwaves off intercepted missiles don't destroy other missiles, but sure, whatever. Shake out his forward beam turrets.
Command, this is NF Station. A new wing of bombers has jumped in. Request immediate fighter cover. NF Station here, Command. Hull integrity is falling and all decks report heavy casualties. General evacuation now in progress. Deploying escape pod.
Stupid plan. I should be doing my actual job. Which I'm not going to be able to do because I won't get there in time, and who knows.
This is NF Station. All systems going critical.
Incoming jump signature. Hostile configuration.
And there it is. Ah! I mean, I'm assuming that if the station goes down, we die. I'm assuming. That it's not a scripted death. I mean, this is probably going to be the last run, so if it blows up again, I'll just see what happens.
NTF fighters, you are firing upon a civilian vessel. Break off your attack.
Alpha, we need some fighter cover on the Calypso. Hold back the rebels so the civilians can escape.
Hold back the rebels.
NF Station here. NTF bombers are closing in.
Okay, well, we took out that beam turret, so that's something.
Intercept the bombs before they hit the installation. We must not lose that base.
Yes, I know.
Completed. Calling in support.
How have you shot all your missiles that quickly? Just bring like 3? Missiles out.
Objective neutralized.
Okay, well that was embarrassing. Where even is this bomb? It's the other side.
This is NF Station. We have sustained moderate damage. All breached levels have been sealed off. Engineering reports the situation is under control.
It's going very poorly.
This is the GTFR Calypso. We have cleared NF Station. Now engaging subspace drive.
This is the Mannheim. We have set course for the Capella jump node. Activating jump drive now.
I copy, pilot. Support ship in transit.
All civilian transports have departed safely.
Okay, I'm beginning to see how he could have shot all his missiles that quickly.
More rebel bombers inbound.
Anyway,
destroy.
Kato's down.
Well done. The NTC Kato has been destroyed.
I don't really want to rush these bombers because I don't have any missiles. Hopefully my fellow fighters can do some of the work there. Oh, I think I should stop, won't I? Okay, it's still 41%. Just to go
Rearming complete, sir. You're good to go.
Command, this is NF Station. A new wing of bombers has jumped in. Request immediate fighter cover.
Alright then. Because I'm pretty sure we were near the victory state anyway, so we shouldn't take too long over this. When the Colossus comes in, it then proceeds to do a lot of murder and we win. Don't know if I intercepted that or not. I think I did.
NF Station here, Command. Hull integrity is falling and all decks report heavy casualties. General evacuation now in progress. Deploying escape pod. This is NF Station. All systems going critical.
And there it goes.
We have lost NF Station. Repeat, we have lost NF Station.
Objective neutralized.
All Allied ships return to base. This operation is a total failure.
Explosions? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that it'll fail.
Bandits incoming!
When you were selected for the 242nd Suicide Kings, you were singled out as a promising candidate for a command position. The officers who recommended you had faith in your potential to make an outstanding leader. Unfortunately, this assessment seems premature, at the very least. I am disappointed in you, pilot. Though you probably fought well as an individual, you did not use your squad mates to the best advantage in this scenario. We lost NF Station because you were placed in the situation you were ill-equipped to handle. That's not your fault.
Wow.
However, if you want to fly with a top-notch unit, you must learn the difference between doing an adequate job and going above and beyond the call of duty.
Nah, it's a different game. Destroy beam turrets on hostile warships and intercept enemy bombers. Yeah, I know! Back to flight deck. Because that takes us just about to time. Because like I say, I'm finishing early on account of... Yeah, I'll get to that. So first of all, thank you for everyone who's watched. Thanks for staying to the end. It means a lot. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, that's SERASENT, the House of Hubris, streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time, that is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available. You'd think I'd know that by now. And yeah, we'll be continuing Freespace 2 and hopefully doing better. Yeah, if you want to be notified when I am around, throw us a follow. Makes my numbers go up, makes your number of shows that I'm in that you're notified about come up. I don't know. It's all good, basically. If you miss anything, then you can check out the VODs on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. For everything else, go to the YouTube, link is down there, says VOD Archive, where you can find everything going back to the start, all the way to the start of the channel. That's nearly 2 years. Lots of games there, so there's probably something for you, and if there isn't, tell me what would be. What else? While you're there, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube, doesn't cost you anything, gets me closer to having a URL I can actually say rather than just pointing, and gets you hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. What else? If you think me failing to save thousands of civilian lives is somehow worth your monetary support, you can, of course, cheer or subscribe on Twitch, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and hang out and be good to each other, and then everybody's having a good time. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, Twitter, the link is also down there, or that's at Waruce, that's W-A-R-U-C-E, where you can find me doing memes and stream notifications and rants and all the things Twitter is for, you know. You've used Twitter. And if you want to see me in other projects, then you can check out twitch.tv/thehypegoblin, that's TheHypegoblin, every Saturday night, 10:30 PM British time, that's 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, in the nearly finished Numenera Stars in the Stone campaign. It's me and a bunch of other great role players having a lot of fun. You can also get that as an audio podcast. Just look up Stars in the Stone wherever you get your podcasts and you can listen to me instead of looking at me. Something lots of people have said they want to do. I don't know why I'm going hard on the self-deprecating today. Also, if you want to see me in other venues, then in 7 minutes, the second of my episodes of Moneybags on Channel 4 will be on if you have access to British terrestrial television, in which I serve looks, answer questions, and if it made the cut, today do something Twitter will probably have opinions on. And I think that's everything. That wrap-up was a lot faster than usual because I'm in a hurry, but I think I got everything. So I think we're good. So, yeah, I'm going to go and watch that. I know some of you are going to go and watch that. If you're watching this on VOD, you've missed that, but you can find it on VOD on the Channel 4 website, so cool. I'm going to go away now. Love you all. I will see you again on Tuesday. No, today's Tuesday. I will see you again on Thursday. And until then, dismissed.